Hey, thanks for joining me. We're gonna go ahead and change out the planer blades on this Dewalt 13-inch thickness planer. All right, it's actually pretty easy. Dewalt does a really handy thing and they provide you the tool. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick and I'll stop when I get to a new part and then tell you what I'm gonna do. So here we go. Set that to the side. Now, Dewalt inside has these three, there we go, 1, 2, 3, these bolts that go down there. You undo those and then you can lift up this housing that takes all of the wood chips and funnels it out the back. Okay, so now here are your blades inside here. Remember when I said Dewalt does that really cool thing and they provide you the tool? It's the same tool to take out the screws that hold the blades in place. So I'm gonna move the camera and let you see what's going on here. All right, so remember how I said Dewalt does this really cool thing where they give you a tool? They also put 2 magnets in it so you can lift things up with that. Now this is the guard that holds the blade in place. And I went ahead the first time I ever replaced these blades and I numbered each one of these, put 2 dots on it so I know I have all of them done. So I can start at 1, this time I started at 2, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go 2, 3, and then 1, and knowing that I have it all done. It's not gonna be that hard to tell that I'm putting in the new blades, but as you'll see on both of these sides, on this side and this side, they're not very sharp anymore. You can see that there's some wear on them because you can rotate these blades. You can start and do that side, and then you can flip them around and you have 2 sides to this blade that you can use up before you need a new blade. So this one is pretty much done. We'll put this in the scrap metal bin. And I got a new set of blades here. You really want to be careful with these because they are super sharp. So don't juggle with them or whatnot. Put this in here, and Dewalt has these little spots right here and right here where they have these little pins that you put those right down there. You put the blade right down there, and then there's some spots here where the divots go in. And so we set that right down there. Line up your holes, and then you just thread those screws back in. It's actually a pretty easy process. One of the first times I did this, I was hesitant about it because I didn't want to mess things up because it's not the same way on other planers. Other planers, it's a little bit difficult of a process. Dewalt makes it super easy, and I'm very grateful for it. This planer is about 8 years old, and we have planed down a lot of lumber with it. So I am super thrilled with this thing. I would absolutely buy it again. The one things that I'm not thrilled about, but it's not that big a deal since it is old and it gets used a lot, is these 2 screws here that hold that top part in place, they stripped out. And so they're no longer holding that top part in. Not that it sees a lot of heavy use or anything, not that that guard is super critical because you have another shroud that covers it, but at the same time it's not cool that they stripped out. But there's still 2 holding here, and so hopefully those will hold for a long time and we'll get many more years of life out of this thing because it's been a really nice planer for us. and it's done a lot of great work. So I'm gonna quit talking and let you watch the rest of this and show you how easy this is. So there you go, friends. In about 20 minutes, I was able to get the whole thing done, changed over, brand new blades. When you change the blades on your planer, the motor doesn't have to work as hard, and so it will lengthen the life of your planer. So I recommend doing it, well, with us, I do it once a year. I'll buy new blades once a year, and about the halfway point of all the wood we've planed. We start out the year, we don't plane a whole lot, and then we ramp up, we start doing a lot more. So in about the halfway point, I'll switch the blades around, and then every year I'll get a new set of blades, and this thing's lasted, like I said, 8 years so far, so fingers crossed it'll last many more. But that's how you do it, folks. It's relatively simple. You just gotta be safe not to touch those blades, not to lose the screws, and just take your time. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next one.